What up, folks? I am Ultrazilla, and this is my review of the DC Multiverse Alfred Pennyworth. Alright, my zillions, we're at the end of the road for the DC Multiverse line by Mattel. McFarlane Toys is going to be taking over the DC line starting next year. It will be very interesting to see how they approach it scale-wise and whatnot, style-wise, all that. It should be very interesting. But I figured I have to do one last figure, and I couldn't think of a better one to do than Alfred. I wasn't going to be in on this whole wave. I honestly don't like how it looks. Well, the Build-A-Figure of Killer Croc looks pretty decent. But Alfred is a character, honestly, that I love. I've always loved this character. I have a good history, like, working on stories where this character's pretty prominent, so, like, he means a lot to me. So, when I saw he was part of this last wave, I was like, man, this is it. This is the figure that's gonna end the line for me. It's just fitting, a nice tribute, all that, you know, like, I just thought it was perfect. So here we go, Alfred Pennyworth. Let's get to the review. Checking out Alfred's accessories first. Comes with a nice tray that he can hold in his hand. His hand's pretty good. It's just done in silver, but it works. That's all it needs to be, honestly. There you go. That's pretty good. I like it. Then, for that tray, first we have a nice empty glass of water here. Just done in plastic, clear plastic, but it looks good, right? It's water, so you could imagine, you know, it being okay. You know, it doesn't stick on here in any way. You might want to have a little bit of a tape, like Scotch tape or glue tack or whatever you want. Glue tack might be a little messy and yucky. I would say a little Scotch tape, little piece. I wish they made it magnetic. That would have been good. But it stays when you balance it, so that's okay. And the other item for the tray we get is Batman's cowl. Nothing going on in the back here. It's just flat, kind of flat. That's how that looks. I think it works. It's a tad small, though, as you can see. It wouldn't even fit on Alfred's head. But, you know, the sentiment is kind of cool. I do dig it. And you know what? When it's down on here, you really can't tell that's what's going on. You know, like, you can't tell that it's small. So it's fine. It's not bad if you want to have a little display with Alfred hanging out with Bruce there and bringing him his cowl. The cooler things that he comes with is 3 extra heads here. Starting with this comic book, The Outsider head. This is an Alfred from I guess a different dimension where Alfred just kind of goes bad. And that just fell. But as you can see, it's done in white. The back does have some skin tone. It's all marked up. Like, I think this version is from, you know, maybe the latest comics or the prior. I know there's a version in Flashpoint. I can't recall ever reading a comic with this, but it's all right. You can see it's digitally printed on the eyes, and that's fine. You know, like, this is, like, really zoomed in, and you can't really even see it that much like that. So if you look at it like this, I think it works out. The blue eyes look pretty good. Overall, it's nice. It's got some nice shading on it. I don't care for it, but I think it's a cool head if you want to put it on somebody else. Like, I think, like, this head on the DC Multiverse Two-Face that we got a few waves ago, that I reviewed here, actually, would really work with this, because he appears to have like a purplish suit or something in the comic, or a red suit, whatever. It looks pretty good like this. There's kind of like a Lurch-ish quality to him, although Lurch had hair. That's what I originally thought they were going for. You know, like, but I don't know. It looks all right on this body, I guess. It fits. It's a cool head. This here might be a cooler head, though. This is the 60s Alfred. I honestly cannot remember the actors' names, so please forgive me. You know, it's Alfred. It's still Afro from the 60s TV show. And that is very nice. It does have glasses with the actual, like, plastic for the glasses. And you can see his eyes behind it. It looks good. I love how his stash looks and his eyebrows. The hair is done very well. If you look at pictures of this Alfred, it is nice. I think it works. You know, it's fine. Like, none of these guys, like, have exactly this outfit. But, like, it works enough. I think it's very, very well done. A very nice looking head here. We'll zoom in even closer. So you can see it's glossy, so they did use the digital printing. The lips look cool. Everything looks really nice. It's got some wrinkles on the forehead. Skin texture is excellent. So very nicely done. And finally, we have the Alfred from the 90s movies. This looks okay. It might be the weakest one. You can see that the eyes look a little off behind the glasses, but they are behind the glasses, so to the naked eye, you really have to struggle to see that. He also has a little bit of excess gray from his hair paint glob, but I do like that the hair has 2 tones of gray, which is very nicely done. You see all the wrinkles on his forehead. Digitally printed again. You see the eyebrows and the mouth and stuff. There's a little bit something there. I don't know if that's... There's a little bit of black right there that you see. But otherwise, I think the head is pretty nice. There's some gray on the ear. So this is the weakest one for a number of reasons. But he's still got the same thing with the glasses going on. But it's still cool to have if you want to have that look. 90s Alfred. But honestly, this is the head I bought this for. The other things are nice. It's very cool. It becomes a nicely valued piece of figure, you know what I'm saying? Because you can use those other heads elsewhere, get them in different bodies and stuff. You know, you might have to finagle the heads on, but it'll work overall. They're nice heads. But this head is really what I came here for. It looks phenomenal. Check it out. That is superb, in my opinion. The eyes are perfectly placed, nice blue. The stash looks good. The eyebrows are phenomenal. Really nice texture to the skin. It is very glossy, but it's not that bad. It looks glossier, super up close here. The hair looks cool. It's got the 2-tone gray again. He's got a bald spot. Very, very nice. I love it. This is a perfect representation of comic book Alfred to me. Love it. I just do. It just makes my day. Checking out the rest of the body, though, you know, you see some, like, paint mess-ups already there on the collar. What are you going to do? Some gray, excess white goes up a little bit, but it could be his undershirt, right? That's not so bad. The gray is a little more off-putting. The paint on the top of the tie is a little globbed on, but overall okay. Here's what a suit looks like. You got grays, a couple different grays, which is nice. Let's back up just a bit. Okay, so you see more. Lots of full, and you can see more there, but like sometimes up close isn't the best either. Lots of folds and wrinkles in the suit jacket. Very nicely done. Nice sculpt to it. I do like it. And I do like the waistcoat here as well. The whatever it's called. I don't know, it's probably a vest. Looks good. The pockets look awesome. The buttons, all that. He's got nice pleated pants here. Looking good as well. Striped. Nice. Very, very well done. Lots of wrinkles sculpted in there. The handle's sculpted pretty well too. You can tell that he's got like some sort of gloves on, which is cool. And the shoes look very, very nicely done. So overall, I like the back too. I do like how the buttons here are glossy on the matte black of the jacket. So very, very nice. I do dig it. You do have some ugly seam lines on the neck though. But otherwise, man, I think this is a night. I mean, even with the little mess-ups, I do really, really like how Alfred looks overall with this head. It just speaks to me as a just old-school Batman fanboy. All right, for articulation on Alfred, you got the head on that really big ball joint. It is a tad bit loose, but it's not so bad. It actually has a fair range of motion, which is great. What it doesn't have a fair range of motion is this ab joint here. Really not going anywhere with that. Oh, nope. Waist works great though. Hinge, swivel at the shoulder, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow actually works really good. Hinge, swivel at the wrist works really good. Full Van Damme for Alfred, of course. He can do that. Kicks only that far. Goes back. That's good. Then you got the swivel at the thigh. You got a double jointed knee that works really good. Rocker, hinge at the foot. So everything that you would need from a great action figure, even though, you know, Alfred's not that action-packed. It's still cool to have. I do dig it. This is a soft plastic, by the way, so it won't really get in your way, but again, you're not really getting much going on here at the abs. That's probably the most unfortunate part of the articulation, because they did make that nice cut, and you really can't use it. For your size comparisons, here he is with the Batman Who Laughs. The DC Essentials Batman. I really like the scaling. I think this works really well. The Batman vs. TMNT Batman, this works okay. I feel like Batman's a little short here, which is interesting to me, especially since we got the Alfred from this set coming out at the beginning of November, so it'll be really interesting to see how that one scales with this one. Here's Mikey as Batman. The DC Multiverse Tactical Suit Batman. And as you can see with one of these movie Batmans, Alfred's still too tall. And finally with the DC Icons Joker. What a great figure. And my final thoughts, I really like this figure. It's not 100% perfect, but it's definitely good enough. It looks the part, especially this comic face. I love it. But the two movie and TV show faces, they're cool too, you know? Like, it's a neat thing to include. They're good, you know? Like, they're not perfect, but they're good enough. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing here. Like, this whole line, I feel like, has been good, you know, not perfect, but good, fair. It's not like mind-blowingly good, but like, it's had its moments. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely had its moments. I just think they were catching their stride towards the last year or so. So I kind of hate to see it go away completely, but this is a good figure for me to end off with. I do really like it. I think it's a nice Alfred. Like I said, really cool heads. This being my favorite just because a comic book Alfred is my favorite Alfred. So there you go, guys. That's my review. I feel like I'm a little sad. For the DC Multiverse Alfred Pennyworth. If you can get this figure, you like Alfred, definitely get it. I think it's a cool one to end off with. And that's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts below. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Buy me a coffee on Coffee if you dig what I do. The link is down below. Till next time, become a zillion today. Peace out, people.